Hello, my gorgeous people. Hello, family. How are you guys doing? We are going to do like kind of a New Year spread, but it's going to be based on 2020. We are going to look into how you can free your mind from the clutter or from whatever is actually holding you back from manifesting what it is that you want into your life. So it's like freeing your mind kind of spread. This is actually the third time that I'm trying to film this video. But we are going to look into what is currently holding you down. Why is something keeping you away from your dreams? What it is that you want to manifest? And how it is that you can free yourself, plus other things. Remember to check out your... Ooh, got the chills down my spine. The spirits are here. But I have like the electricity, you know, in the back of my head. Stop throwing me out of track. But we're going to look into... No, that was not what I was talking about. It was the zodiac signs. Remember to check out your moon, rising, Venus sign. So the universe is shaking us up so that we are being aware of the unseen. So things that we don't pay attention to normally. It's very important for the universe that we start out doing that. Like I said in the new moon reading with the Capricorn energy, that we are done running wild in the forest. We are being guided to look around and see the tracks that the universe is trying to show us. So, you know, this is also going to be a reading where, you know, pay attention to everything. Pay attention to yourself, your feelings. If something happens in your home, wherever you watch this, you can sit in a bus and watch this. You can be at a party, wherever, whatever, pay attention. Some of you guys might even see a bird while you watch this or something like that. Something is going to, you know, pique your attention. But yeah, I hope you guys had an amazing new moon. I did. I actually, you know, used the time to declutter, to throw out a lot of things and to move around. My battery is blinking, so some kind of spirit is definitely here because it was fully charged. That's why I had so much problem with filming today, because it kept draining. Something is here. I will do this with fire, earth, water and air. I think that's a good idea to do this. So obviously the intro is going to be in all videos. I had a little snack break. I needed food in my system. It is cozy, it is dark, because that is how we like it. I have my cup of coffee. How are my beautiful angels? What is happening? My beautiful air signs. How are you guys? Did you guys have an amazing holiday? But no more talk, because you know what this is about. So let's see. I will take an energy card for you guys first. I haven't used these cards that much, so they are harder to shuffle. What is the energy cards for air signs? Ooh, okay. We have the moon card. I'm going to take the moon card, and I'm going to take the upper world, because these two cards was just shining at me. I mean, look at this beauty. This is magical. This kind of reminds me of, it might be two eagles or one eagle. It might be whatever, but the first thought I had was the phoenix. So you guys are rising from the ashes. You are connected with the upper world, connected with the moon. I do feel like you guys are like night people. Like you love to work at night, you love to practice at night. The dark has some kind of effect on you when you meditate, or if you are creative. The darkness has something to do with it. Not the darkness, not in a bad way, but the darkness is like a muse for you. The moon is like a muse for you. You're very attracted to the moon. And this card is here to remind you of its balance, like the balance in darkness and the balance in the moon. Because again, the moon phases does have a major effect on us. Our moon sign does have a major effect on us. I have Scorpio in my moon, so I am very attracted to the dark. I'm very attracted to the mysterious energy. That's why I love to film my videos in candlelight, because that it gives me a special energy. I'm very more poetic, or like the energy is just more flowy if it's darker or if it's later in the day. But the moon in 2020 is going to help you achieve your inner desires, and I do feel it is also linked together with your moon sign. So I do feel a lot of you guys are going to work more with your moon sign, on your moon sign. It is like the inner us, so it would make sense, but it's a part of you, how you tick, and it's a big part of something that you're going to achieve in 2020. Plus in October, I think it's the 31st, I'm not sure, but next year in 2020 in October we have the once in a blue moon. We only have that every 9th year, so it's very important for you, and I do feel that October is going to be very, 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 very important for you guys. I do feel it has something to do with the upper world, with spiritual realm, like you're going to have a visit, or you're going to capture something, you're going to hear something, you're going to see something, you're going to feel something in October 2020. That just, again, that's why it's good that I film in the dark, because the things just flow, into my mind and I just speak them. And sometimes it makes sense for you guys. And it is also number 10, so it makes sense, 10th. October. I mean, so many signs about October. October is going to be a big month for you guys. And the universe is really calling, or your higher self and the universe, I will say both, it's connected. They're really calling for you to realize who you are, to use your higher self, because your higher self is always trying to give you hints. It's always trying to guide you in the right direction, but our physical, our 3D self is sometimes blocking things, because we're like, oh, that can't be true. Or if we hear, if we have a sentence, or our inner intuition, if we hear something or smell something, we're like, oh, that's just, no, that's nothing. I do feel the universe and your higher self is calling on you, so that you're more aware of the unseen. You're being moved into the right direction, because you're being moved up onto your destiny. So divine timing is also going to be very important for you. I do feel that, again, the moon phases is going to be very important for you guys in 2020. You do need to pay more attention to that. Also pay more attention to astrology, because the moon, again, it does have a big effect on us, and sometimes we blame anxiety or we blame fear, but sometimes it's the moon doing something to us so that we wake up. But enough about the energy. But again, I talk about what I am guided to talk about, so it's very important. I did see the Tower, so a lot of realizations are going to happen in 2020. A lot of travels, but also a lot of delays. Yeah, and again, it depends on how much you dig into your inner you, to your moon sign. Your moon sign is going to be very, very important for you in 2020. Let's take a sip of coffee for that. On that. I'm also a coffee drinker today. Okay. So let's see what is currently holding you down and how you can fix it. I will put all cards down before I talk about them. We have the Queen of Wands, the Lovers, wow. We have the reverse Page of Wands, we have the Hermit, we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed, and we have the Emperor. I do feel a lot of you guys are going to have an offer of some sort. This can obviously be in love, but this can also be at work, or at how you can, become your higher self, how you can connect with the spiritual realm, with the spirits. That's something I have been you know, dealing with today, like with the equipment, the battery dying out after 20 minutes. It's crazy. The spirit world is being more aware of me because I'm being more aware of it. I do feel a lot of you guys, actually you don't have that much holding you down. It's more you actually being guided into your higher self. So I don't really see that there's anything, you know, like holding you down. I mean, it might be, you know, for some of you guys, but I do feel it's because you need to, with the Queen of Wands, you do need to be more creative. You do need to think more creative. And it might have something to do again with your moon sign. If you, like me, have Scorpio in your moon, you might be very like dark at times. Not that it's a bad thing, but we do sometimes tend to be very like, we want to control things. We want to, yeah, we want to control things. And sometimes we just need to let things flow. You will be more optimistic in 2020. I do feel it is going to be like your go-juice in 2020, because there's nothing holding you down actually. Not at the first glance. Because you have passion, you have your strength, you have your courage, you have everything is being handed to you. But again, it's also all about letting things happen and not being too controlling. Being more independent. I do, for a lot of you guys, this might also be something with being more independent. Like, you are strong enough by yourself, you don't need anyone else to walk with you on this journey. I will say that maybe for, you know, a few of you, you are loving too deep. The kettle just flickered. Because we do have the Lovers here, and it is for why things are holding you down. You might be too focused on love, you might be too focused on when is love going to come. Like, you're very hopeful when it comes to love, but you're also, you know, like, you're not, if you see the delays, you feel that nothing is happening, or you feel that you're not connected with the universe. You feel that the universe is not listening to me or hearing me. That might be the block, but again, I do feel that it is going to be easy for you to overcome, because a soulmate is coming in your direction. This being Gemini, it can obviously be a Gemini. It can be someone who has Gemini in their moon. It can also be a fire sign. It can be someone with fire in their moon or somewhere else in that chart. This doesn't have to be linked together with a zodiac sign, because we do also have Aries and we have a Virgo here. We do actually have 3 major arcanas in your reading. We also have the Queen of Pentacles, but she is face down, so some of you guys might let go of an earth sign. But I do feel someone who is optimistic, someone who is passionate, someone who's going to spark your, like, your adventure side is going to come into your life. Love is going to come your way in 2020. I mean, it is. Romance is going to come into your life. I feel you're going to be very, like, attracted. There's going to be a lot of passion, a lot of, a lot of passion. Someone who's sharing the same ideas that you have. Someone who's really going to help you with your ideas and what it is that you want to accomplish. And I do feel, again, the universe has a major finger in play here. I do feel that you guys are very impatient with things. You do need to stop to be hasty in things, because this is a major block for you. Being very impatient. And this, like, lack of ideas, like, you feel that you don't have any ideas, but you actually have, because you're guided all the time. Some of you guys might have a problem with finding your passion. And with the Hermit, I will say that it is important for you to go on a spiritual journey in 2020. That's why it is like the moon phases, the astrology aspect, the spiritual is really going to impact you in 2020, and it is going to connect you with someone very special. Someone is really going to make you inspired. It might be someone who is into astrology, or someone who is, you know, doing the spiritual. Both of you can be linked together with this like spiritual or the astrology aspect, or like again, it can be a lot of things, because the new way for you is to do soul searching. You might need to take some day off where you don't need to isolate yourself, but you do need to think about, who do I want in my life, who do I need. Some of you guys might also let go of a big mouth, like someone who is loud mouth. I think that's a bigger or a better term. Someone who is like, you know, someone who's very chitty chatty, someone who likes to talk about what they achieved, someone who likes to show off. I do feel you're going to let go of that, because that's not spiritual aligned. That's not what's going to make you successful. Again, I did speak more about this in my new moon reading. But you're going to retreat a little bit in the beginning of 2020. You're going to really look at things from a higher perspective. Look at like the lessons. You're going to look at lessons a lot. It is linked together with people, like ungrounded people. This can also just be your past ungrounded energy, like this, like I don't feel inspired, I don't feel that I belong anywhere, there's nothing happening in my life. You're going to let go of that. Oh, that is something you need to let go of. If you have someone in your life who is like talking too much about themselves, you do need to let go of that person. Might be an earth sign for some of you guys. Another little warning sign is not to do black magic. Ouija boards, putting spells on people, like revenge things, voodoo. That is something you do need to stay away from, because it's going to... I hear someone tapping on my head, so that's a yes. Because that is something that's going to bring you in a very dark corner, and it's going to steer you away from what it is that you want. The way you can bring stability, or, you know, your true self back, is to use the energy of the Emperor to bring stability into your life. Organize things. It's like take all the mess and put it in boxes so that you know where it is. If you have debt, again, call them and get this mess in order, like you pay off your debt like in small pieces. That's also something I spoke about in another reading. That's what you really need to do in 2020. Get stability back into your life, so that you don't stress about things, because the things that you stress about are small. It's something that, you know, it's like thinking about the worst scenario that's never going to happen. I do feel that it's going to be everything for you guys. I hope you could use it. Let me know in a comment below. Make sure to like and subscribe, become part of this family, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!